I stumbled upon a question in past YA questions and answer book that I found that they solved a certain question incorrectly. The question is number 13A, 1988, chemistry theory question. It says, write the structural formula of I-2,2,4-trimethylpentane, II-ethylmethanoate, III trans-2, 3-dimethylbutane. This is the question. Now, on answering it, there was an error. In fact, this is what they answered. This is what I saw. This is what I saw. Yeah, the I part 2,2,4-trimethylpentane is correct. They solved it correctly, but II and III are incorrect. This is not ethylmethanoate. It is actually methyl ethanoate. This is not trans-2, 3-dimethylbutane. It is actually trans-but-2-ene. Trans-but-2-ene, not trans-2, 3-dimethylbutane. So if you want to get how to solve this kind of question, keep on watching. Now, to draw the structural formula from a known structural formula of a named compound, you should note the following: root, the root name, and the functional group, and then the alkyl branch. Root name contains the number of carbon atoms in the straight carbon chain. The root can be met, meaning 1 carbon. It can be it, meaning 2 carbon atoms. It can be prop, meaning 3 carbon atoms. It can be but, 4 carbon atoms. Pent, 5 carbon atoms. Hex, 6, hept, 7, and so on and so forth. Now, these can have a suffix like ane, meaning single bond between carbon atoms. Ene, meaning double bonds. Ine, meaning triple bonds. Ol, meaning OH group. Al, meaning CHO group. Oweight, meaning COOR prime. Oic acid, meaning COOH, and so on and so forth. So all these suffixes should be noted. So once you discover the root having these with these suffixes, the battle has been half won. The next you discover is the alkyl group. You know, root name contains number of carbon and the functional group. These are functional groups. Then alkyl groups means number of carbon at the branch, the number of carbon that branches off from the main root chain. Now let us discover the root in the number 1. Number 1 is 2,2,4-trimethylpentane, pent and the ene. Pent, and ene, meaning 5 carbon atoms having single bonds within them. So let's represent it here. We have 5 carbon atoms having single bonds between them. That is pentane. Now, the one that ends with YL is the number of carbon atoms that branched off from this main long chain. And it is methyl. Methyl means met, 1 carbon. So methyl branching off. But the methyl is 3 in number. Trimethyl. Attached to the second, and 4th carbon. If you number this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second, you have CH3, methyl. The same second, you have CH3, methyl. Then 4th, you also have CH3, methyl. That is the meaning of this. 2,2,4-trimethyl butane. Finally, you check each of these carbon atoms, how many bonds surrounding it. Every carbon atom must be tetravalent. It must have 4 bonds surrounding it. Carbon belongs to group 4. So we check this carbon. It has 1 bond surrounding it. So you add 3 more bonds, connecting them with hydrogen. This one has 2 bonds. You add 2 more bonds, connecting with hydrogen. This one has 3. You add 1. This one has 1. You add 3. Finally, this is the structure of 2,2,4-trimethyl, 2,2,4-trimethyl, 3 methyl groups, pentane. II says ethylmethanoate. Ethyl is the branch, YL. Meth is the main group. But this meth contains O-weight. Look at the suffix O-weight. O-weight here means COO R prime. The R prime is the alkyl branch. That meth means 1 carbon. And in that carbon we have OO. O. Then R prime. The R prime means that branch now, ethyl. Ethyl contains 2 carbon atoms. You write CH2, CH3. This is ethyl. And this is methanoate. Now check this carbon. It has 4 bonds. You put 1 extra and put hydrogen there. So this is ethylmethanoate. The structural formula. Ethylmethanoate. The next is III. III. Let me draw it here. But and in 4 carbon atoms having double bond at the second carbon, that is but 2E. So we write 4 carbon atoms, and at the second carbon you have double bond, but 2E. But it has 2 methyl groups at the second and third carbon atoms. At the second and third carbon atoms. So second carbon we have methyl group. Third carbon we have methyl group. So we fill these ones with hydrogen atoms. Coming here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is complete. Now, if you look at this structure, the methyl groups are at one side, meaning they are at cis arrangement. Therefore, this structure must be structured in a way that the 2 methyl groups are in trans arrangement, meaning 1 is up, 1 is down, trans. But if 2 of them are below or up, it is in cis arrangement. So this structure must be trans. So we restructure it this way and write it this way. So if CH3 is up here, CH3 will be down here, and we have this. So this is cis 2,3-dimethyl but 2E. I hope you got value. If this is your first time of seeing this page, click on the plus sign if you are on TikTok. And if you are watching through my YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button for more videos. Have a nice day. Bye.